Therefore, welcome back the departments of the entire Mineral Executive Committee of the City of Cape Town government and the Western Cape government and the provincial government of the City of Cape Town. Therefore, I will honor to take this a short privilege to ensure that and remind that when we were busy introducing this document over here of the Skumbulile Foundation, Resurrection of Our Future Beyond Infinity, Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation developed the project federation, established as a Gemini in May, June 2012. Each and every second of minute of time, when we were talking about each and every department, introducing what the purpose, the vision, the mission, the plan of action in motion of each and single department that is documented in all the pages of this Skumbulile profile. This Skumbulile profile was the one that was produced 5 days before the 2016 local government elections of the Republic of South Africa. And then, yes, the DA constituency community society of the Ward 92 gave me, I myself, Mr. Brian Makaluza, the privilege to be elected as the youth department chairperson of the DA constituency in Ward 92. Therefore, I've managed to forget not to remind that this entire project over here is designed, innovated, created, established to ensure that I've already made the junior research about it, and then now I'm in a state of moment to be in a field supportive strategic development plan that will coordinate it enough to be in a level of understanding by becoming a supportive strength pillar to the youth chairperson of the Western Cape government, Mr. Popperman. Therefore, I was always introducing it as saying that I've developed it for the schools of Kaelicha all the time, but it is a purpose of that. It is an originate of the natives of Kaelicha, but it is not what designed to be only what introduced in Kaelicha just for that sake of it. Remember what it is designed under the constituency of the DA. Therefore, when I was applying for a fixed vacancy at the Western Cape government of the DA, I was also introduced to apply also for a fixed positions, various positions as a field support officer at the Eastern Cape. Therefore, now the privilege is that for now I am in support of the Western Provincial Government to ensure that I take off the load from youth chairperson of the Western Cape government, Mr. Poppenham, if I'm not forgetting, if I'm mentioning his name properly. But the purpose of this project over here is to grow into this Skumbulile Youth Foundation targeted community townships of the city of Cape Town, of all its metropolitans, and of all of its districts, its informal settlements and formal settlements, straight to the regional regions of the Western Cape, such as Khayelitsha, Mitchell's Plain, Mynenberg, Athlone, Bella, Vasco, Easter Rivier, Black Heath, Philippi, Nyanga, Levistown, Retreat, Ocean View. Ocean View, once again, is the one where I received a call from Ocean View from Miss Kells, who was always as the 2015 Activate Leadership of the Activate Change Drivers Intake 3 Module 1 of 2015 Caledonia of Stanford Valley. She is the one who said, Mr. Sister Brian Makaruza, don't forget, brother, that even in these days of 2019, our young children and our early childhood and our teenagers are still living on the streets without any events happening to keep them out of the streets. Therefore, I took the initiative to ensure that I fulfill the junior research in a documented document of the presentations I made on the 9th. Therefore, to carry on, the targeted areas for this document over here that we produced it is also to grow, multiply, and be developed into Crawford, Heathfield, Maitland, Thornton, Deep River, Southfield, Mfuleni, New Cross, Langa, Cape Flats, Belleville, Delft, Samora, Marcus Garvey, Site B, Pontiville, Heiderveld, Netrach, Elsis River, and then going straight to Paru, Harare, Sightsee and Town to end, Hanover Park, Blue Downs, Strand, Kraaifontein, Stellenbosch, Paarl, Pinelands, Kensington, Lansdowne, Wetton, Gatesville, Audrey, Lavender Hill, Grassy Park, Lotus River, Strandfontein, West Lake, West Bank, Melton Rose, Happy Valley, Makaza, Hout Bay, Marina da Gama, Thames Bay, Sea Point, Greenpoint, Fishhook, Salt River, Woodstock, Observatory, Newlands, Claremont, Makaza, Wynberg and in Musicburg East and in Musicburg West, Hazendal, Heathfield, Steinberg, Lakeside, Vitterbom, Plumstead, Stierenhof, Unibel, Faure, Falgrove, Somerset West, Fantastel, Voldemade, Kentemede, Montevista, De Gralel, Maidelvier, Clampmont, Fisankeklar, Mellish, Mikpant, Klimpever, Vente, Vorgel, Kalbaskrail, Oberstedale, Wellington, Mbekweni, Daljo Stafford, Huguenot, Lindedorf, Flottenberg, Kronkwa, Lenowolf, Acacia Park, New Flats, and then into Paarl. Therefore, all these mentioned townships will find the privilege to grow Skhumulile West Coast Youth Foundation in their organizational development of their communities. Therefore, this is a proof of that Skhumulile West Coast Youth Foundation is a community police forum, stakeholder confirmation letter that we are in the social crime prevention unit as Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation. We were granted it on the 2018 31st of July. Therefore, once again, this is the proof letter coming from the Western Cape Government Department of Social Development, as I promised, through the Directorate of the Community Development Sub-Program of Youth Development, Mr. James Albany. We were applying for the funding, and it contributes and says that, Dear Mr. Makaluza, proposal for funding. We hereby acknowledge recipient of your correspondence addressed to the Department of Social Development of the Western Cape. Thank you very much for the introduction to your organization and the work that is being done by you in the community. In terms of funding, the department do make funding available to register non-profit organizations to deliver services on its behalf. Funding to NPOs are guided by the policy of funding of non-governmental organizations, normally through a call for proposals. Regrettably, the department has already confirmed the budget of 2018 and 2019 for the youth program. Your organization is more than welcome to apply for the round of 2020-2021 advised. We wish you well with your future advocacy. Sincerely, MJ Hewu, Chief Directorate, Community and Partnership Development. We honor the privilege to be granted that proof of evidence. Therefore, to continue, we are continuing and saying that in the planning of our future city together, I have managed to understand that when I was reading this newsletter over here, that the airport are set to expand. Therefore, I am taking out the initiative and come out clearly saying that I will honor the privilege to be granted a platform for me to introduce my own passion, mission, vision, and structural development of architecture on how I can also intervene and contribute on how we can expand the international airport of the city of Cape Town, that I always love to call it as the DF Malan. So please, City of Cape Town Government, Mayoral Executive Committee, and the Western Cape Government, through to the Premier Department of the Western Cape Government, Department of the Premier, and straight to the Youth Chairperson of the Western Cape Government, Mr. Poppenham. I will honor the privilege to be granted just to express my own passion on how we can grow and expand the airport with also the power of intelligence of myself as Mr. Sisa Brian Makaluza. Then I believe that by today, after this presentation, I will be presenting the passion and the mission and the vision of Skumbulile West Coast Youth Foundation in terms of providing the service excellence of integrity, accountability, and service excellence of the holiday events such as Easter events, programs, projects and development and activities, and for June, and for September, and for December, Therefore, when the schools are closed for young children, early childhood, teenagers and youth to do what amazing things that they can't even understand in their hearts, that they can enjoy them as careers of their future lives. Therefore, when we meet again, I'll be introducing a profile presentation about that initiative of providing events, activities, programs, projects during weekends and also during the school holidays for young children when they are at home. Because we've managed to see in the previous yesterday's presentations how they are robbed what their rights by the local government of the Khayelitsha that is governed by the ANC government. Therefore, I am in a verge to ensure that in the nearby future, what the DA Khayelitsha constituency is won and is going to be governed by the City of Cape Town and by the Western Cape Provincial Government and by the Mayoral Executive Committee, only if all the councillors, the ministers and the ministries can approve the Skumbule West Coast Youth Foundation business plan, projects, developments, creations, and all of it at once. Therefore, when we meet again, I will be presenting what my own structural integrated development plan. Guys, it has been a grade of 7 years of growth and development, and even Mr. Carlo Vizzi always introduced me into the business support, but I never managed to get that one. The one I've managed to enjoy is from the Craft and Design Institute since 2017. Therefore, guys, in the 7 years of the development stages of Skumbule West Coast Youth Foundation, Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs, Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs, I believe now that it is time for the Western Cape government, all departments that I have mentioned before in one of the presentations, to fund the empire of my companies. Therefore, I will honor the privilege for all of you to connect into the YouTube channel feed of unlisted playlist of Sisa Brian Makaluza, SISA Brian Makaluza, MAKALUZA. You will find what an amazing, what hard work of passionate, compassionate, what determination of integrity, accountability, and service excellence of my oath into the vows of the constituency of the DA. Therefore, my passionate passion is to service the youth chairperson of the Western Cape Provincial Government, the Department of the Premier, and once again to be also included into the Department of the Premier Awards in the nearby future of 2020, 2021, 2022 for a portfolio of awards that I can collect when you've managed to understand all the media video links linked at the YouTube channel of Sisa Brian Makaluza unlisted playlist. You'll manage to see the 7 years of growth, the 7 years of development, of hard work to ensure that I service the love of my nativity of the District 6, 200 years of independence, and 471 years of World Stock Exchange independence. Thank you to all of you.